Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, Arpit sir.
Very good afternoon, Anuj. I'm just setting up the frame.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Hello, good afternoon. I hope you all can hear me. Please write yes in the chat if you can hear me and see me and Arpit sir clearly.
Anuj, just want to confirm the screen is visible, the screen that I've shared.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible.
Okay, perfect. We'll just start in a minute. I'm just setting up the frame. We'll start in a minute.
Sure, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon trading session where we'll try to see if we can get a trade in any index option or stock options. And at the same time, we will try कि अगर options में नहीं हो रहा तो we'll share some intraday trades. And if we have time, we'll take up some stock queries also. So feel free to share the stock queries in the chat or the comments. We'll be happy to take it up. And for today, we have Arpit Beriwal sir with us. जिनको आप पहले Bank Nifty expiry में देखते थे. And I hope, sir, कि we get some good profitable trades in this session. Because everyone has joined in, handing it over to you. You can start the session by sharing the market outlook about the indices, and then we are good to go.
Sure. Very good afternoon, guys. Welcome. Initial statement used to be a Bank Nifty weekly expiry, but now we have monthly expiry. So we will be today. The flow of the session would be starting with the Bank Nifty Outlook. What is the Bank Nifty overall setup from a December series perspective? The medium-term outlook, the immediate outlook. Which are the stocks that are looking good within the banking space, whether it's the PSU space, PSU banks or the private banks, followed by the Nifty Outlook and overall market outlook, and which couple of serious ideas that are looking good positionally. So all in all, today first starting with Bank Nifty, though today we don't have weekly expiry, but today after a long time we are seeing a trending move in Bank Nifty. And today if you see Bank Nifty is up by 600 points, Nifty is up by, in fact, Nifty is flattish to negative. Bank Nifty is up by 500, 600 points. Broader market is in good shape, and this is how the market has been. So certain indices are performing well, certain indices are underperforming, and this has been the texture of the market for quite a long time. So first and foremost, starting with Bank Nifty, I like to go on the weekly chart as we are focusing on the Bank Nifty setup from a positional wise. So today, after a long time, if we see, I just opened the weekly chart. Just let me have a setup on the weekly chart. From past almost 7 to 8 weeks, Bank Nifty was trading in a broader range on weekly scale between 51,000 to 52,700 zones. Yesterday, it gave a strong closing, and today we have seen a follow-up buying throughout the day. So it opened marginally positive. And slowly, steadily, it headed towards 52,800, 53,000, 53,300, and now mainly led by HDFC Bank, SBI, and ICICI Bank. So overall, Bank Nifty from a positional wise has given a range breakout on weekly scale above 52,700 zones. And today also, if I see the set-wise, overall chart-wise, some cool-off has been seen from the higher levels, but still Bank Nifty is resilient and comfortably trading above 53,000 levels. So from a positional wise, now the base of the Bank Nifty has shifted higher. Major support is seen at 52,500 levels. On the upside, 53,500 and then 54,000 as a positional target for Bank Nifty. Now let me have a look from where are we getting this conviction. So let me first have the look of the banking heavyweight, and this has been a preferred pick, that is HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is leading from the front as it's a major heavyweight component within the Bank Nifty, and it is trading a life high territories, range breakout on weekly and daily scale above 1820 levels, and strong bullish candle, and that we can clearly see how the outperformance in Bank Nifty today we have seen rightly. Bank Nifty is up by 1%, Nifty is flattish. So HDFC Bank is a major driver. Along with that, just want to have a look at ICICI. So slow and steadily, ICICI Bank also daily scale it is consolidating, but is on the verge of its range breakout above 1315 levels. So अगर daily scale पे हम देखें, so let me have a look at the daily chart also. So if I open the daily chart from past 7 to 8 days, it was trading in a range between 1300 to 1350 levels. However, today it is holding above 1350, and from here on, we can definitely expect 25 to 30 points movement in couple of days in ICICI Bank. And third pick that we have been quite promising and quite have high conviction is SBI. So if I see SBI overall chart setup wise also, it's very, very strong. Let me have a post on the chart. Yeah, so SBI have given a classical pole and flag breakout on daily scale. Weekly scale, it is very strong, on the verge of major range breakout above 860 levels, and definitely slowly, steadily we can see move towards 880, 900 levels. So now talking about overall Bank Nifty, as we have major focus on Bank Nifty, since morning we have seen good momentum in option buying, but here we have to change our style because now we are playing in monthly options, and that has been the very different factor since from last couple of years that we are doing. So today, as we saw that Bank Nifty is moving higher, so we played couple of stock options, call options of Bank Nifty to play the positive momentum. But level wise, we have already discussed 50 to 500 is the major support for Bank Nifty. That was the earlier hurdle level. On the upper band, 53,500 and 54,000 is the upper band resistance for that. For option buyers, since morning you've seen good momentum. So let me look at the option buying also. 54,500 strike I'm tracking for Bank Nifty. That is monthly. I'll repeat. 24 December Bank Nifty monthly call I'm tracking. That is 54,500 is around 300 levels. So if we get any opportunity in next couple of minutes, so definitely would like to play that swing. Apart from that, what we can suggest, as we have today's 4th December. Day after tomorrow we have RBI policy, and post that we have the entire month still there. So for option strategy, instead of option buying, we can also go for option strategy. So Anuj, if we can possible, you can note it down. This is our monthly strategy for Bank Nifty. We will be going with bull call spread in Bank Nifty, in which we'll be buying 53,500 call and selling 54,000 call. I'll repeat. To play the upswing in the Bank Nifty for the monthly series, one can go with bull call spread, in which we will be buying 53,500 call and selling 54,000 call, and costing around 180 to 200 points. So that is the positional view, because you have to play the monthly swings and a monthly expiry. So that is the positional view for Bank Nifty. We have already discussed about the stocks. Within the banking space, we are quite strong on SBI, ICICI. So first from the PSU banks, PSU stocks have seen very good momentum. And as we definitely prefer with the heavyweight, so SBI from the banking space very looking. So I think from a CDI perspective also it's very looking good. One can go long in between 855 to 858 levels. Stop loss आपको रखना होगा 835 का, ऊपर में target 900 का. So Anuj, you can note down first CDI idea within the PSU space is the SBI. 858 अभी चल रहा है. 855 से 858 की रेंज में बाय कर सकते हैं. 835 का स्टॉप लॉस रख के ऊपर 900 के टारगेट. I hope the levels are clear.
Yes, sir. We are just sharing it. I will cross check with you once. Also, just give me a minute.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. In the meantime, let me have a look at the Bank Nifty setup right now. What is happening in intraday chart? So some cool off we have seen, but on the daily and weekly setup, high rise, high low structure is intact. Now talking about Nifty also, surprisingly Nifty is relatively underperforming. And if we talk about from quite a long time, we were talking about the level of 24,444. कल easily उसने surpass किया. आज हमने वापस momentum देखा. But now coming back to crucial level of 24,550. सो निफ्टी के बारे में हम अगर बात करें तो एक मेजर रेजिस्टेंस के पास में 24,550 एक मेजर उसका हर्डल जोन है निफ्टी का. आज उधर ही उसको टच किया, वहां से थोड़ा सा पॉज लिया है, बट वीकली सेटअप में अभी भी हायर राइज हायर उसका स्ट्रक्चर इंटैक्ट है. सो निफ्टी की रेंज है 24,200 से लेके 24,600 की इमीडिएट बेसिस पे. 24,200 एक सपोर्ट है, अपर बैंड में 24,600 हर्डल जोन है. तो जब तक निफ्टी 24,200 के ऊपर है, बायस विल बी पॉजिटिव. Now coming back to Bank Nifty, so one call that we've given is the SBI, that is from the CDI. Along with that, one strategy we've initiated for Bank Nifty monthly option, that is bull call spread. इसमें आपको 53,500 का कॉल बाय करना है, 54,000 का कॉल करना है, by net paying around 200 to 220 points. That would be the premium. स्टॉप लॉस हो जाएगा आपका 100 पॉइंट्स का एंड टारगेट रहेगा 350 पॉइंट्स का. Along with that, if you see a lot of selective movement was seen in reality and defense space. So within that also, if you see within the PSU space, Bharat Electronics has been quite a big outperformer. आज हमने थोड़ी ऊपर से प्रॉफिट बुकिंग देखी है, बट इफ यू सी द मंथली वीकली सेटअप इट्स वेरी स्ट्रांग. वीकली में एक रेंज ब्रेकआउट दिया है 305 के ऊपर. स्लोली स्टेडीली द बेस ऑफ द स्टॉक इज शिफ्टिंग हायर. And I think overall from going forward also, positionally it can reclaim its previous all-time high. So BEL Bharat Electronics is the second CDI idea that is looking very strong. So अभी 310 311 312 के अराउंड चल रहा है. अब करंट लेवल पे थोड़े से डिप पे बाय कर सकते हैं 309 से लेके 311 के रेंज में. 298 का स्टॉप लॉस आप रखे ऊपर, 335 एंड देन 340 के टारगेट. Coming back to Bank Nifty, so we have discussed about the outlook, the positional support, the position hurdle, resistance level. A strategy we have given to play the upswing because RBI policy will be there day after tomorrow and definitely a lot of swings would be there. So that would be a good way to play the bull call spread strategy. इसी के साथ हम कॉल भी जो देख रहे हैं 54,500 का अभी 300 के अराउंड चल रहा है. बट अगर मैं इंट्राडे चार्ट देखूं, so as of now it is we have seen some cool off from high levels. So if we get any opportunity, we'll definitely update on the option also. Also, guys, I'm talking about monthly options, monthly strategy. So please keep that thing in mind. In the meantime, we can take a couple of stock queries, Anuj, and as we see any opportunity, so we'll update on that. We have discussed about two ideas, that is SBI and BEL, that is Bharat Electronics, from a CDI perspective, from 7 to 10 days perspective.
Got it, sir. I'll just scroll up. So Spaceness holding or sell 2000 quantity.
What is the name of the stock?
SPACENET.
SPACENET. I think. What is it? Has he mentioned the buying price?
No, he just mentioned 2000 quantity. That's it.
I don't know. There must be some issue in the. No worries. We can move to the next one because there is some issue in showing this.
Got it. So can you just repeat the Bharat Electronics trade once? So just want to confirm the numbers.
Yeah, so I'll just open up the chart also once again, so for better view and better conviction. So if you see PSU and defense selective stocks has bottom out, and if you see BEL the structure, weekly scale, it has given a range breakout above 305, 306 levels after almost 10 to 12 weeks. Daily scale पे भी high rise and high lows का structure intact है. So from a positional idea, 310 से 312 के range में आप buy कर सकते हैं. 299 का स्टॉप लॉस आप रखे ऊपर 335 और फिर 340 के लिए बीएल पे हमारी बाई की चला रहेगी फ्रॉम अ 7 to 10 days perspective. Along with that, one more BTST idea we have shared, we have flashed in the terminal, that is Union Bank. So Union Bank, if you see overall PSU stocks have seen very good movement in last couple of days itself. So Union Bank also, if we see on weekly scale, it is forming higher highs, higher lows, range breakout above 125 levels. So BTST idea is Union Bank अब 127 से 128 के रेंज में बाय करे, 125 का स्टॉप लॉस रख के ऊपर 135 के टारगेट ले. So this is a BTST idea now. Also, Union Bank is a BTST idea, and CDI ideas we have talked about SBI and BEL.
Got it, sir. Sir, Chambal Fertilizers bought at 540.
Chambal Fertilizer. If you see overall chart setup wise, weekly scale, it has been still moving in weekly scale for almost 3 months. अपर बैंड में 555 हर्डल है, नीचे में 480 490 का मेजर सपोर्ट है. बट अच्छी बात है कि नीचे से एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रिकवरी देखी है. सो आई थिंक 550 इज द मेजर लेवल टू वॉच आउट फॉर. 550 की क्लोजिंग के ऊपर जल्दी हमें 8 to 10% का मूव दिख सकता है, बट इमीडिएट बेसिस पे 550 एक मेजर हर्डल है. सो आई थिंक वहां पे आए पोजीशन सो बेटर टू एग्जिट एंड फ्रेश मोमेंटम आप 550 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग आती है तभी आप इनिशिएट करें 510 के स्टॉप लॉस से.
Sir, Indian Bank.
Indian Bank, another PSU stock, and it's been in flavor. Also, one more thing I would like to add, from last couple of days, whichever stocks have been entered in the FNO segment, almost 42 to 43 counters have entered in the FNO space, and we have seen very good momentum across all the stocks. If you see the chart of Indian Bank, relatively outperform counter within the PSU space. However, नीचे से हमने एक अच्छी रिकवरी देखी है. इमीडिएट सपोर्ट है 600 का, अपर बैंड में 625 और फिर 630 का हर्डल है. सो सेटअप वाइज पॉजिटिव बिकॉज सेक्टर इज इन फेवर, बैंकिंग पीएसयू बैंक इन फेवर. सो कंटिन्यू टू होल्ड द पोजीशन. आप 598 का स्टॉप लॉस रखें, ऊपर 630 635 के मूव के लिए होल्ड कर सकते हैं.
सर Suzlon.
Suzlon, another favorite of ours, and if you see overall the base of the stock has shifted higher, and if you see all the setup wise, it is quite good. We monthly scale पे retest किया previous breakout zone को, weekly scale पे higher highs, higher lows का structure intact है, daily scale पे वापस अपने losses को regain किया है. So the overall the base of the stock has shifted higher. 62 एक major support zone हो गया अभी Suzlon के लिए, upper band में 72 and then 75 के target लिए. So continue to hold with stop loss of 62 levels, upside में 72 and then 75 के levels के.
Sir Manappuram
Finance.
Yeah.
Manappuram Finance, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So overall setup wise अगर देखें तो नीचे overall stock एक sideways to downtrend में है. हालांकि वीकली स्केल पे रेंज ब्रेकआउट दिया है 145 160 के ऊपर, बट आई थिंक एनी बाउंस टुवर्ड्स 170 to 175 लेवल्स वी वुड एडवाइज टू एग्जिट बिकॉज़ द बिगर ट्रेंड ऑफ द स्टॉक इज स्टिल इन पेन. सो कोई भी बाउंस अगर आता है 170 to 173 तक का, हमारा एग्जिट करने की सलाह रहेगी मन्नापुरम फाइनेंस. In the meantime, just want to have a look at Bank Nifty because today it has been outperformer, and we are also tracking call. 54,500 call, that is monthly call we are tracking. Bias is positive. Positionally अभी जो कॉल अभी चल रहा है वो 305 310 के अराउंड ही चल रहा है. हम लोग इंट्राडे चार्ट भी अगर देखें, सो लेट मी हैव अ लुक कि अगर हमें कोई भी स्विंग अगर मिल सकता है तो why to miss out and make the most of it. So it's around 305 350 levels, बट अभी भी एक साइडवेज है क्योंकि सुबह से अगर आप देखें तो आज बहुत ही ट्रेंडिंग रहा है. आज लगा ही नहीं कि वीकली एक्सपायरी नहीं है बिकॉज बैंकिंग ने क्लियर आउटपरफॉर्मिंग मूव दिया है. बट स्टिल इफ यू गेट एनी अपॉर्चुनिटी विल अपडेट टू प्ले द अपस्विंग इन बैंक निफ्टी सीरीज इनिशिएटेड बुल कॉल स्प्रेड. I'll repeat that strategy once again. 53 by buying 53,500 call and selling 54,000 call, net costing around 200 to 220 points. अब stop loss रखे combined 100 rupees, target 350 points का. That is from a monthly option strategy perspective. Along with that, couple of ideas we already shared. As of now जो trade अभी बैंक निफ्टी का जो चल रहा है कॉल हम देख रहे हैं वो 315 320 के अराउंड ही चल रहा है. So lot of things have changed this month onwards because we at least we have seen good momentum, so make the most of it. स्टॉक्स में काफी अच्छा एक्शन है पूरे बैंकिंग स्पेस में से. अगर आप देखें तो पीएसयू स्टॉक्स हो गए, प्राइवेट बैंक्स हो गए, काफी अच्छा एक्शन है. सो ट्राई टू मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ इट एंड प्ले द मोमेंटम गाइस.
Sir, view on CDSL?
CDSL, another a very strong uptrend counter, continuously forming higher highs, higher lows. वीकली स्केल पे पिछले काफी टाइम से एक रेंज में था, बट आई थिंक ये भी ओवरऑल सेटअप वाइज देखे सो वीकली स्केल पे रेंज ब्रेकआउट दिया है ऑलमोस्ट आफ्टर 10 to 12 weeks का. That clearly indicates the upward trend is likely to continue and likely to scale new record highs towards 1750 1800 1900 plus levels. So CDI पे भी conviction काफी strong है. स्टॉप लॉस आपको रखना है तो 1620 का आप रखें. धीरे धीरे हमें 1800 1850 तक के मूव दिख सकते हैं. वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग सेटअप.
Tata Motors.
Tata Motors, another underperforming counter within the auto pack, and this is in the beauty of the market. जो sectors चल रहे हैं guys, उसमें try to play out the theme. Currently auto sector, apart from couple of auto names, all of the stocks are in downtrend. Tata Motors अभी भी अगर आप देखें तो वीकली स्केल पे लोअर हाइस का स्ट्रक्चर इंटैक्ट है. डेली स्केल पे कोई फॉलो अप बाइंग नहीं है. इमीडिएट 810 815 का हर्डल है, तो जब तक वो सरपास नहीं होता है बेटर टू अवॉइड. सपोर्ट आ रहा है 750 760 का मेजर, अपर बैंड में 805 का हर्डल है. तो जब तक वो सरपास नहीं होता है बेटर टू अवॉइड एंड ट्राई टू शिफ्ट योर trading bets within the trending counters, trending sectors such as pharma, reality, banking space, mid-cap IT, and move.
Inox Wind.
So power and overall, if we see the energy theme has been quite a flavor in this market also. So if we see the bigger time frame structure, the stock corrected from 260 levels to almost 200 levels. But अच्छी बात ये कि वीकली पे जहाँ पे रेंज ब्रेकआउट दिया था अराउंड 200 के वहाँ पे रीटेस्ट किया, वहाँ से हमने फॉलो अप बाइंग देखी. So overall the risk reward is quite favorable. Immediate basis, I think 190 is a major support zone for this stock. धीरे धीरे हमें 225 235 तक के मूव्स दिख सकते हैं. So अगर पोजीशंस आपने बनाई हुई है, continue to hold with stop loss of 190. The stop loss is quite bigger because of the higher nature of the volatility is quite high in this counter. Upside में 225 235 के moves आने वाले कुछ दिनों में दिख सकते हैं.
Sir, Zomato.
Zomato is soon setup wise. If we see, we have been quite pushing it around from quite long time, and if we see setup wise also, it's very strong. Weekly scale पे पहले काफी हफ्तों से एक रेंज में ट्रेड कर रहा है. नीचे 245 का सपोर्ट है, ऊपर 295 का हर्डल है. बट अच्छी बात ये पूरे मार्केट के फॉल में भी ये स्ट्रॉन्ग था. अभी ये एफएनओ में भी आ गया है. तो लेवल वाइज 265 270 एक मेजर सपोर्ट हो गया जोमेटो के लिए. अपर बैंड में 293 एंड देन न्यू लाइफ हाइस के लिए टुवर्ड्स 302 तक का जोमेटो अबाइज टू बी पॉजिटिव. 265 मेजर सपोर्ट है. अपर बैंड में 293 300 एंड 320 के लिए अब स्टैंड्स टू बी पॉजिटिव. Also, just one more thing I would like to add, as we have now only 6 in Nifty expiry, so tomorrow will be Nifty expiry. But if you see the overall market dynamics, Bank Nifty is behaving differently, Nifty is behaving differently. So guys, please keep this thing in mind कि Bank Nifty चला तो Nifty को भी चलना ही है. Right now the market action is very different. So take that day, one day at a time, and try to play that swing. Because कभी ऐसा होता है कि निफ्टी ज्यादा चल रहा है, बैंक निफ्टी नहीं चल रहा है, कभी बैंक निफ्टी ज्यादा चल रहा है, निफ्टी नहीं चल रहा है. And today has been the classical day. So whenever you get a command on the instrument on that particular day, make the most of it. Every day is definitely something new. And Friday we have RBI policy, so definitely some volatility would be there ahead of the event. So make sure you make the position sizing and your sizing bets accordingly. Also, I'm looking at the option chart for that is 54,500 call, but पिछले थोड़ी देर से एक स्टॉक बैंक निफ्टी रेंज में फंस गया है क्योंकि काफी अच्छा मूव हमने सुबह से ऑलरेडी देख लिया था. काफी ट्रेंडिंग मूव रहा है काफी टाइम के बाद बैंक निफ्टी में ऑलमोस्ट 500 से 600 पॉइंट का इवन आफ्टर ओपनिंग इट्स ऑन अ फ्लैटिश नोट. सो फार स्ट्रैटेजी हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस की है, आइडियाज हमने शेयर किए. एसबीआई, बीईएल, बीटीएसटी, वी हैव टॉक अबाउट यूनियन बैंक. So PSU and PSU overall banking has been quite good relatively, and try to make the most of it. Strategy also we have shared for Bank Nifty for monthly outlook. If we get any opportunity for option trade, we'll update on it. But in the meantime, at least we can take these stock queries as that would be benefit of doing this market setup.
Sir, BHAL for short term.
So BHAL, if you see relatively, if you see the start setup wise, relatively it is underperforming. But अगर हम daily scale पे देखें, so double bottom formation बना है around 230-35 levels. However, daily scale पे पिछले 4 से 5 दिन से एक range में फंसा हुआ है. So setup wise, I think जहाँ से breakdown आया था around 254, वहाँ पे ही थोड़ा सा supply है जिसके वजह से वो stock में follow buying नहीं आ रही है. Any closing about 255 will regain its momentum. Till that time, sideways to neutral है. So better to avoid 255 की closing के ऊपर ही fresh momentum रहेगा 270 के लिए. तब तक एक range bound है काउंटर.
Indian Trust Grid bought at 147.
Indian
Trust Grid.
I don't think so. Okay. Indian integrate. Let me have a look. I think from the chart wise, nothing great, nothing promising. Daily weekly scale पे एक range में है. नीचे में 138, 140 का support है, ऊपर में 150 का hurdle है. Nothing great setup. Any closing above 150 will change the setup of the stock. So तब तक एक sideways है, कोई major setup नहीं है stock में. Better to avoid. कोई भी पोजीशन अगर ऐड करनी है, so आप 150 के ऊपर ही ऐड करें. In the meantime, also one more idea that we have flashed in terminal, that is another from the exchange space itself, MCX. So overall, exchanges, depository, financial theme has been the theme for the market for last couple of days, and काफी अच्छा momentum देखा है. So MCX का अगर हम chart देखें, तो बड़ा trend is very strong. Daily scale पे थोड़ा सा हमने cool off देखा, but again it is holding well above 50 DEMA. So MCX would be a buy call. 6,300 अभी चल रहा है. 6230 का आप स्टॉप लॉस रख सकते हैं. ऊपर में 6430 के लिए रिपीट. M6 is trading at 6,300 levels. 6230 का आप स्टॉप लॉस रखें. ऊपर में 6440 के लिए टारगेट के लिए आप M6 में बाय कर सकते हैं.
Sir, your view on graphite?
Graphite, in fact, all related to graphite and HEG, we have seen good momentum in last couple of days. So let me have a look at graphite today. We have already have seen good rally. So let me just have a look whether the risk reward is favorable at current junction or no. Yeah. So weekly chart, if we have seen good rally from 480 to 600 levels. Previous fall, it started from around 620, 630 levels. So I think 630 एक major supply zone है. Fresh momentum 630 की closing के ऊपर ही रहेगा graphite में, towards 660, 650 levels के लिए. तो 630 एक major supply zone है. अगर किसी ने position बनाई हुई है, so that would be good. Current level would be a good exit point to book your profits. 630 के ऊपर आप वापस revisit कर सकते हैं for fresh.
Sir, Hind Petro got 50 at 388. View for 1 month.
At 388. So if we say overall, OMC's energy stocks has been lackluster. Some recovery was seen in the last couple of days, but still there was no major thrust. If you see HPCL chart, it is trading in sideways band. नीचे में 365, 370 का support है, ऊपर में 400 का hurdle है. Current junction also daily setup, weekly setup एक range में है. So I think range bound play कर सकते हैं आप stop loss रखें 379 का, क्योंकि आपका buying price के around ही चल रहा है. आप ऊपर में 400, 405 तक का मूव दिख सकता है. Just to give an update on Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty is holding strong. Just to give an update on the weekly scale, it has given a range breakout above 50 to 750 levels. Bull call spread के थ्रू आप play कर सकते हो to play the monthly option movement. Option जो हम देख रहे थे अभी भी कोई major momentum नहीं है. That's why we avoided to give any option trade. Friday RBI policy है, so definitely we are seeing quite a movement in banking and banker related stocks. So view wise, 50 to 500 a major supporter for Bank Nifty guys. On the upside, 53,750, 54,000 is a positional hurdle and the positional target for Bank Nifty. HDFC Bank, ICICI and SBI, all three are holding very strong. On the flip side, Nifty is showing something differently. Nifty is flattish, and that has been the market dynamism at its best. So no worries, Joe instrument momentum, at least try to make the most of it. So as we don't have weekly expiry, so that's why we are coming with a monthly view for Bank Nifty. Stocks हमने काफी शेयर किए, CDI ideas भी हमने शेयर किए हैं, BTST भी हमने शेयर किया है. Make the most of it through the stock momentum opportunity. With this, Anuj, we can take one or two more stock queries and then we can conclude the session.
Sure, sir. We have already taken SpaceNet. Sir, Martin, good time to buy. Usha Martin.
Usha Martin, let me have a look. Usha Martin, good time to buy. So if we see the monthly setup is very strong. Weekly setup also, it corrected from high levels. However, on the daily scale, it has retested around 385, 390 levels. Strong bullish candle on weekly scale. So I think setup wise, good entry point. Risk reward काफी favorable है. 380 का आप स्टॉप लॉस रखें, सपोर्ट मेजर है. ऊपर में हमें धीरे धीरे 425 और 440 तक का मूव दिख सकता है ओशन मार्केट में. तो 380 आप स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन करें, अपर बैंड के लिए 440 के टारगेट.
And sir, Angel One bought at 3284.
Another exchange and all the financial intermediate stocks in momentum. What is the buying price?
3284.
3284. So that is around 3300. So setup wise, after a brief consolidation, it is coming back to around 3000 plus levels. So setup wise, positionally it's very strong. Immediate basis पे 3200 ही एक supply zone है जो आपके buying price के थोड़े around वही है 3250. So I think 3250 एक major जो supply zone है वही है. आप वहाँ पे एक बार आपको exit करना चाहिए positions. और आपको ना already hold किए हुए से आप stop loss रखे आप 2930 का. जनरली ये काउंटर थोड़ा हाई बीटा है जिसके वजह से स्टॉप लॉस थोड़े बड़े. सो 20 एंड 30 का स्टॉप लॉस रखे. अपर बैंड में 3250 अपसाइड हर्डल है.
So guys, that will be all. Thanks a lot, Arpit sir, for taking up stock queries and initiating so many trades at different capacity, BTST, convection delivery, and monthly contract strategy trades. So that will be all. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, Arpit sir.
Thank you.
And guys, tomorrow we have our Nifty